Alright, starting off first with a coin that I've shown in a previous video, so don't be mad at me if you've seen this coin before. It's 2006, so I have to include it here. Now this coin was struck on a steel washer. Is it washer or washer? We're going to go with washer in this video. I know depending on where you're at in the country or the world, you're going to pronounce it a little bit differently. Now it only weighs 2.6 grams. Of course it's magnetic. Wow, that's just amazing. So when the die came down with the design to hit, you know, what was supposed to be a quarter planchet, there was a steel washer in the way, or someone intentionally may have put it there. Who knows? We don't know the answer to that, but it is graded by PCGS, and this, I guess if you want to call it a coin, sold for over $8,600. $8,000 for this. Could you imagine? Is this a real, genuine mint error? Is a genuine mint error, right? But was it done on purpose? That is the question. Let me know in the comments below if you thought it was done on purpose, or if a steel washer was actually produced this way on accident. Alright, so let's move on here to a 2006 state quarter graded by Annex. Now this one has been broad struck out of collar, so it's not nothing, you know, very valuable or anything. We can see here on the left side, that broad strike taking place out of collar. This coin here sold for around 25 bucks. So keep that in mind. Those are going to be fairly common. Not really worth grading, in my opinion, unless you just want to keep it in a coin holder, have it in a coin holder for your collection. Then that makes sense. But for resale purposes, you know, you're not really going to make a fortune on grading coins like this. Now here is a 2006 state quarter graded by NGC, the Nebraska state quarter. It's got double curved clips, so we'll see here on both sides those clips taking place. You can look for clip errors on all kinds of different coins. Of course, those are going to be very, very obvious type of mint errors. You don't need a microscope or anything to inspect a coin for a clip error. So this coin did sell for around $90, so hey, I'll take it for 25 cents. Now this is a triple clipped planchet taking place here on the 2006 Nevada state quarter. This coin did sell for around $150. Now here is a 2006 North Dakota state quarter that has a die break, or sometimes referred to as a cud, which we'll see here at the bottom right side there. You'll see that there on the rim of the coin there. So you can look for cuds. Cuds can be a lot larger than this. They can take up a whole half of a coin or a large portion of the coin, or they could be very small like in this case. And this coin did sell for over $50, but it does have a grade of a mint state 65 as well. So, you know, if you got a coin that's all beat up and stuff and it's got a small cud like this, probably, you know, not really worth getting graded, but still a cool addition to any coin collection. Now here's a 2006 South Dakota state quarter that was struck on an elliptical planchet. It weighs 4.8 grams. As you can see, it's not all the way around because of the mint error. And this coin here sold for over $120. Inspect your coins coming out of those coin rolls from the bank. Now here is a coin, you know, I've shown a lot of different examples of these in previous videos. We'll see here on the reverse of this Nebraska state quarter, it looks very normal. But here on the obverse, we are missing the outer clad layer, and that's where we see the inner copper layer core of the coin. You can look for missing clad layers on other coins as well, and you can look for a missing clad layer on the reverse, not just on the front of the coin. It could be the reverse or the obverse. In this case, it's the obverse, and this quarter sold for over $114. Here's another example of a missing clad layer. So we're missing the clad layer here on the front. It's a Colorado state quarter, and this coin sold for over $175, graded by PCGS at a mint state 64. Here's an example of a 2006 South Dakota state quarter that was struck 20% off center. Again, you can look for off centers on all kinds of different coins, not just state quarters or quarters in general. This coin did sell for over $250, which I was really surprised. Now here's an example of this coin graded by PCGS. So it's probably going to sell for a little bit more with the coin being in a PCGS holder. This coin was struck 15% off center, and this quarter sold for over $370. Wow, I'm really surprised by those off centers going for that. Some of them can be very, very common, but in this case, 370 bucks. Here are some other quarters that are worth money. This is a 1970S. Now this coin is the proof coin, so it's San Francisco minted proof quarter here, and you can see that the coin has been double struck, and we see that there on the design of the coin. So you can see Liberty there twice because it's been double struck and rotated there. You see the phrase "In God We Trust" again right underneath right above the date and underneath the other phrase "In God We Trust," there by Washington's neck. And then we can see the date 1970 again, the design and the mint mark, the S mint mark there on the right side of the coin. So always be on the lookout for double strikes, things like this. This coin sold for over $1,900. Now if we look at the 1970 regular business strike coin, you can look for this in your pocket change because, you know, you can always find 1970 quarters in your pocket change. But what you want to look for is a double die obverse. So look for doubling there on the date. You can see that really there on the 1 and the 7. Really noticeable there on the 7. And look for doubling because that will give your coin some value. Now here's a 1970 D mint mark. Washington quarter. Now this quarter is not got a mint state grade. You know, it's graded at about uncirculated 50. So it's still a pretty decent grade, but you know, it's not a mint state coin. This coin has that double die obverse, that doubling on the date, and this coin sold for over $1,200. So $1,200. Now this coin here sold for over $2,800, and this is the same exact coin. However, it's graded at a mint state 65. So very awesome coin to look for because you can find 1970 quarters all day in your pocket change or bank rolls from the bank, and you can put them underneath the coin microscopes, which I have available on couchcollectibles.com, and you can search for these errors. Now here's a 1970D double die reverse. Now this coin is graded at a mint state 66. So if we look at this picture here, look for doubling on the lettering of the coin, on the reverse of the coin. Look for lettering on all the back of the coin with your coin microscopes. Now this 1970D here sold for over $1,500 because of that double die reverse, as well as because of the high grade of a mint state 66. Moving on to a 1971. Now this one is very cool looking. This coin is actually a brockage error taking place on this coin, and this quarter was actually struck on a 5-cent planchet, which is very unique to have here with this brockage and being struck on a 5-cent planchet. So this quarter you can see that it does not have a reverse design. You see Washington twice, Washington backwards on one side as a result of the error taking place on the coin. And this 1971 Washington quarter sold for over $2,500. $2,500. Moving on to a 1971 double die reverse. So just like the 1970, you want to look for doubling on the lettering of the coin on the back of the coin. So always be on the lookout for that on both the 1970 and 1971 quarters. Now for this quarter here specifically, this quarter is graded at a mint state 65, which will give it a lot of value as well. And then again, it does have that double die reverse. You see there on the coin slab, DDR, that's what that stands for, double die reverse. And this quarter here sold for over $8,000. 8,000 US dollars because of the high grade and because of the doubling. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I'll see you on the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.